Hello, YouTube! We're watching some more I Did a Thing today, a continuation of the Beyblade from last time. This is probably the last, maybe the second last, but today's the last stream with this model. I'm coming up with a 2.0 debut on May 4th on Twitch. You should drop by if you'd like to see the new model. It's really, really cute. We're also going to be rebranding a little bit. I'm playing a lot more games for a week, a debut-a-thon. So I would really love to see you there. Hello! Thank you. Please don't pull any more wood out of your pants. I did a thing. I gotta fix the clip every time you do that.
How you going? I've had this Beyblade sitting in my garage for 2 years now.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Can't bring myself to throw it away. Mostly because it doesn't fit in my bin and I don't want the garbage man to judge me. So my solution is to do the most amount of engineering I've ever done and get this thing spinning at almost the speed of sound.
What? The solution to not being able to throw it away is to make it more dangerous? Herm. It's good that he's aware of what he's throwing though. The other day I was made aware that you shouldn't throw like sharp objects like glass and stuff. Like I don't do that, but I never really thought about it, like about why. And one, yeah, the garbage man, and two, like all the trash animals. I didn't know. I didn't think about it that deeply. Anyways, yes, be aware of what you're throwing away. Very good.
So fast that it blows itself apart and everything else around it.
Why are your pants grabbing? Is this a bot?
And if you watched my 2 previous videos in this Beyblade series, you'll know that I hyped it up a lot, but it was actually pretty crap. It didn't go very fast, and I also made it too good, and the Beyblade was very stable, so it didn't move around and destroy enough things.
Didn't he literally cut through this chair and the bone? The only thing in this room that it didn't cut through was the TV for some reason. I don't have glass. Like, I don't throw away glass. You know what I mean? I don't have glass wastes. Usually it's just a wine bottle, but I always put that with the glass recycles, with the wine bottles. But I don't have like generally glass objects to throw away.
Things. But it turns out there is a pretty easy fix to the stability. I just need to introduce some instability into the Beyblade's life.
Just put a weight on it.
Opioid addiction.
What?
And by also cutting off its leg so it's flat, which makes it walk around more. Okay, now to make it spin faster.
You put
last
drugs
time
on
I was
it?
using a chainsaw winch thing, which worked, but only got it up to like 360 RPM, and I want it to go a lot faster.
Oh, wow.
Like fast enough that the UN is forced to get involved and put sanctions on my house.
I take the fact that he develops weapons of mass destruction.
Damn, not
very
Bush.
seriously.
He came out of
I remember
retirement.
the fact that he has invaded 2 countries before. I know for a fact that he's poisoned his own people.
So how am I going to get it
Wait, is
spinning
that what he
fast?
looks like?
Well,
Is that a face review? I don't think we've seen his face before. Hey. It was too stable, so he put it on drugs.
so
Nice.
how am I going to get it spinning that fast? Well, if we do some basic maths, this motor spins at 2000 RPM, and if we have a 2-to-1 pulley conversion on it, it will spin at 4000 RPM. So if the Beyblade is 92 centimeters wide, at 4000 RPM, the tips of the Beyblade will be traveling at around 700 kilometers per hour. And if we do some more
times
maths,
these nuts,
considering
Chad.
Princess Diana hit that bridge at 100 kilometers per hour, which made news all around the world, 700 kilometers per hour.
Leave Diana alone. What the heck? Let the woman rest in peace.
Is enough to kill 7 princesses, so it should be pretty impressive at that speed. But before I make the news, I just need to figure out how to attach this motor to the Beyblade, but more importantly, how to get it off. And considering the best thing I could come up with before was a pair of vice grips that
Please put on
released the
shoes.
Beyblade
Holy
with a piece
fuck.
of string, I'm gonna get someone else to help. Come in.
Is this an ad? Herm?
Hey, how you going?
What the
My
heck?
mate, who has a channel called Not an Engineer, but
Okay.
despite the name, is a much better engineer than me. And he also knows how to draw parts on the computer, much better than I do. And he drew up this cool sketch
He's a
for us to
drafter.
follow. Now, the first thing we decided to do was take apart the Beyblade. And when I
First thing I do is pound this hammer on this dangerous ass Beyblade and hope that nothing goes flying and hits me in the face. Hiya! You're just too focused on his feet that you didn't see his face. His feet are very distracting, not because they're feet, but because they're bare. Wait, I don't think that makes it any better. But it's because it's bare and it's a dangerous thing that I'm concerned. That's why I'm looking at his feet. Hi, Ariston. Welcome. No, bruh. Even Diana. Leave Diana alone.
was making this, I definitely compensated for my lack of mechanical skills by using a whole bottle of glue on this thread, and it's now impossible to take apart. So we decided to deal with it later, and instead started boring down this pipe, which will hold the bearings and shaft that spins the Beyblade. And by we, I mean my mate. But first he had to fix my lathe.
That's a sick beard, dude.
It's a little washer. It's not attached. Look.
Alright, so that explains why I was making a funny noise. Alright. And you know what else needs fixing? Your browser. Which is why you need to start using Opera GX, the sponsor of today's video. Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Opera GX is a superior browser compared to
Anyways,
others, as
we'll
it
let
doesn't
him
use
yap.
all your computer's resources for no reason, allowing you to choose how much computer power Opera GX takes.
We'll let him yap a little bit. You were sniffing it? Look, I was sniffing it for you, chat. I was just sampling it for you. Innocent. I haven't seen this one yet, Kizu. He has 3 videos on the Beyblade. This is the second one I'm seeing. What a sussy comment. No sass. No sass, chat. A browser for gamers. Is it actually? I kiss myself on the screen too. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You can also get ones that change your typing to fast.
Raid Shadow Legends.
There are so many mods in the GX store that change everything from your
Was that a fart?
keyboard sounds. And changing over to Opera GX is so easy, as it's equipped with an import tool that allows you to quickly import all your settings from your previous.
Sorry, I had to burp.
Synchronization, import bookmarks, and
No more farting today, so I have to burp instead.
is the GX corner. It keeps you up to date with what games are coming out soon.
I only want to use Opera GX if I can get a Ray themed version. Whoa, how do you get a Ray themed version?
Went on a date with an NFL player, and also if you download Opera GX for free using the link in my description.
Bear grasping the monitor. Wow, don't touch it. Why are you poking it like that?
Today and upgrade your browser.
You gotta stroke it gently. Damn.
Complicated parts that require expertise, like tapping these holes
Oh,
and
what?
hitting the Beyblade with a hammer.
Tapping these holes?
Okay, I managed to get the Beyblade apart.
Sorry for that moan. I thought that was his feet. You see bottom right? Right here? I was like, the fuck, why are you holding it with his toes? It's just his hands and his nails. It looked like toenails instead of fingernails. Anyways.
Okay, I managed to get the Beyblade apart with minimal effort, and my mate had finished boring the bearing holes so that the bearings fit neatly inside.
Ooh,
And there
pretty.
is nothing more satisfying than watching a bearing fit perfectly into a hole. And I'm not even saying this in a sexual way. It's just a great feeling. Absolutely beautiful. Because if it's slightly wrong, the bearing won't move at all. But when it's right, it slides perfectly in. And then before you know it, you and your mate are making love.
Bro, I'm going to be
Okay, then my mate
demonetized.
started turning down the shaft that was going to go inside the bearings. While I made the piece
This is the
that's gonna
BL
grip
content
and
I've
release
signed
the
up for.
Beyblade.
Hi.
And to do that, I'm going to use these little ball bearings, which I stole from your washing machine while you were sleeping. So
What?
you should probably get that looked at.
Wait, give it back. What about my safety deposits?
And the bearings go inside this piece and will grab the top of the Beyblade in the same way as a collet chuck on a mill. And if you don't know how a collet chuck works, neither do I. So you're asking the wrong guy. Next, I drilled 4 holes which are big enough to fit the balls all the way in, but not let them out on the inside of the pipe. Except for this hole, which I made too big.
Damn, why you make your hole too big, huh? Why you gotta make your hole too big? Just tighten it up. Just do some Kegel. Yes, officer, this man right here, bruh. That was a little too much. I might actually be demonetized on this video. Gonna have to edit that out a little bit. Oh, you haven't seen that? Yeah, he has 3. I think this is the latest one, but it's the second one that I've seen. Whoa. That's so many. Wow. What's happening?
Then I just cut down this threaded rod and
Okay,
welded it onto
depression
the piece
arc
with
is
the
over.
balls. Can't see what I'm doing, and I just welded the clamp to the piece. Which is me done. And in the same time it took me to make this, my mate had finished the entire spinny shaft thing, which I then welded onto a bracket.
Oh, a flashbang.
And then we put it all
Oh,
together.
yeah.
And it spins slowly, but what we really want to know is, does it spin fast enough to cause grievous bodily harm?
You ready?
Bruh, I feel like you guys need more protection than like 3 chairs.
That's alright. That's alright. That's not bad. You won't do that with the Beyblade on.
Yeah, that's right. And that was the maximum speed, which seemed fast, but you can't really tell without the Beyblade on the bottom, which is what we're going to do now. So next I welded up a frame for the motor and arm that hold the Beyblade. And this is all guesswork here, which is why I decided to weld it all permanently in place before checking if the motor even fits onto the frame.
I like
Which
how his
luckily
friends
it
wear
does, and the
socks,
spindle
but he
as
just
well.
doesn't wear anything.
Okay, so then we finished off the Beyblade by drilling a hole in the center so a bolt threads inside, and then tested if the Beyblade fits.
Am I pushing it?
Tap, 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 tap.
Side,
Look,
and then
look.
tested if the Beyblade fits,
Am I pushing it?
Whoop. Slide it right in.
which it does.
Hi, Sky. Welcome. How are you?
Kind of just looks like a lawnmower or
A
something.
little bit.
And we
His
couldn't
friend is wearing
resist
shoes.
spinning it up in my garage.
Yep.
I like how they're stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
It's already wobbly. It's quite wobbly.
Is that? That's not
Yeah,
the
yeah, no
shaft,
homo.
is it?
No homo. Nothing wrong, though.
You got it
Nothing
up.
wrong
Can
with
we go
it.
a bit faster?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you go? Or I'll go a little bit.
Yeah, you go with it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Pull it out.
Oh my.
And that was only 5% of its maximum speed, but was already
Jeez.
terrifying enough to kick in my fight or flight response and make me use my mate as a human shield. So I can't imagine what I'm going to do to the people around me when the Beyblade is going at full speed. Okay, last thing we have to do is make something that is going to hit this pin off the top to release the internal pipe, which means those little balls inside will be able to slip out of the way, releasing the Beyblade. And I was all for just
Oh, I
poking
see.
it using a big stick, but my mate suggested we use the VFD, which we are using to control the speed of the motor,
Variable
as it has some
frequency drive?
inbuilt switches that trigger when the motor reaches a certain speed, which we can
That
plug
guy's an
this
actual
solenoid
engineer.
into.
Heck
So
yeah.
I just welded the solenoid to some metal, and then
Ugh,
we made
fast
the
blank.
world's first hexagonal spring
I've never seen a hexagonal spring.
I'm gonna fall over if you keep doing
and put it on the frame. And now the solenoid should pop out, hitting the release pin and knocking it off.
Hi, Danielle. Welcome back. How are you?
Nice, okay. I believe you now that it happened on camera.
Which it does, but we don't know if the release pin will actually stay on while the motor is spinning at high
I like how
speed.
their
So
shield
we
just
gave it a
upgrades
test
with
behind
every
my
shot.
not so blast-proof blast shield.
You're gonna fly? You're gonna fly?
Ooh.
Perfect.
And that is
Oh.
everything working. So I just sprayed it and put on some safety tape to remind us not to go near it while it's spinning.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
now
very
I just
useful.
need to find a place to spin this guy up. And last time I did it in the abandoned drug house down the road. And
Right.
that is still an option, as I live close to another abandoned
triad house.
But that's also next to a preschool. And this guy is going to be spinning a lot faster, and I don't really think I can rely on walls to stop it. Which is why I asked for your guys' help. And lucky for me, Hamilton
you can't rely on walls to stop it. I don't think, sir. I don't think you should have that within like 100 kilometers of a major city. Holy moly. Hey, Daniel, you're no longer. Oh, hey, congratulations. They need thicker glass. They do. They do.
Hamilton must have a death wish
They-
as he hit me up and agreed to let me do the Beyblade on his property. So
Oh,
we put
crazy.
everything in the car, including
Oh my
4
God.
lady mannequins.
That
and I
scared
didn't
me.
specifically ask for women, but it was the only thing they had left in the store besides babies, which I did buy as well, but for a different video.
I feel like putting a Beyblade for baby dolls would not be very good.
It is also concerning it's only lady
Epic
ones.
Beyblade Club battle.
I
Yeah.
got them second hand, and I was like, it's all they had, and I realized afterwards, I'm like, this doesn't look that good, does it?
No.
And Hamilton's
Oh
property
my
is
gosh.
perfect.
I did a thing is perpetuating violence on women. Cancel him.
It has
Cancel
one
him.
big opening, which the main camera can view all the destruction through. It's got rafters for the Beyblade to hang from, and most importantly, a dead kangaroo. So first we hung up the Beyblade frame.
Oh, that's
which
what a
was
dead kangaroo
little
looks
wobbly.
like.
Great, because it's an auto.
thank you, Sky.
Absorbing
Yeah,
the system.
exactly.
So if there's any imbalance in the system, it's not going to matter.
It's self-correcting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then brought in the mannequins. And I couldn't stop thinking about that Princess Diana joke I made earlier, so I thought it would be appropriate to arrange a little English tea
Oh
party
my
for the ladies.
god.
And then we put in the Beyblade.
It's what the whole
I like how he's using actual ceramic plates instead of like cheap paper plates because they're going to get destroyed anyways. But he's using a more expensive option. Bring back the farts. I'm beginning to hallucinate. No! No farting today. Unless you beg. As I've said, beg nicely. This is gonna go great. I can't believe he's killing Diana 7 times over. My god.
thing's wobbling just from there.
Diana
And because we
deserved
thought
better.
the Beyblade had a high chance of shattering, we decided to go full speed on the first go.
Might sit against this wall. If I sit against this wall.
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
But you said the wall doesn't stop it.
Alright, should we do it?
Yep.
Let's do it.
You ready?
It's the weakest pull and then top one.
You happy near the door then?
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, you ready? Yeah.
Jeez, okay, alright, let's see what happens. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
And I'm not sure what Hamilton was expecting me to do on his property, but I'm sure he didn't imagine he would be cowering behind a single brick wall from a giant Beyblade spinning at almost the speed of sound.
Dude, that's so scary.
Alright, it definitely worked in a way.
Not
as one of
Diana.
the
Don't worry, that
mannequins
was not
in
Diana. That was
pieces
her
and
best
its
friend.
Leg was out the window.
Camilla. No, I'm just kidding.
There was also a good sized chunk missing out of the concrete.
I don't know. I have
But
no stakes
besides
in the
that,
royal
a lot
fight,
went
okay? I'm
wrong.
just joking.
Firstly, we spun the motor the wrong way, so the bolt on top of the Beyblade undid itself and the Beyblade dropped prematurely, only getting up to like 10% of its maximum speed. And then also the frame was vibrating so much that the solenoid valve released before the maximum speed, knocking the pins off.
Oh.
So we put it all back together and
don't
this
know what
time
he meant, but
reversed the
okay.
motor and put in a new bolt and tried again.
We're doing it again. I'm doing it again.
So I will be terrified. I'll probably start it and run for my life. Oh, it's much faster this time. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh!
And that time it got,
got
a lot
stuck under the
faster,
table.
But the solenoid valve still shook itself loose and released the Beyblade at 50% of this maximum speed.
Yes, yes, sir.
Which was actually
Thank you
a
for the
good
follow.
thing, as the
Welcome.
Beyblade almost made it out the door,
Yeah.
smashing the door frame and concrete on the edges.
Damage here. It tried to get out the door.
It's
So we thought we'd
sentient,
better
chat.
be safe, and we put a single brick in the way and did another test. This time,
Imagine
with
if they were cowering behind the wall and the Beyblade freaking makes his way out of there. What do you do, chat? Holy moly.
the aim of taking off the table's legs. And this time, I'm not going to play any music or talk. I'll just let you watch the full speed up of the Beyblade.
Uh-oh.
Because
Okay,
the
okay.
noise that it produces when it reaches full speed is
Why the fuck did he stake the heads on these table to legs? Why does this look so morbid? Why do you put the heads back on here?
absolutely terrifying.
Waiting, I'm waiting. Holy moly, it's going so fast. Like it looks like it's stuttering on the frame. Because that's how fast it's going. Whoa. I'm scared, Todd, I'm scared. Sounds like someone's shooting in the house.
And that was the level of destruction I was looking for. It shot shrapnel past the camera at a ridiculous speed. It almost started a fire.
It did? Oh my
Even cut
goodness!
deeper gouges into the concrete.
Holy
And this was the first one
moly!
that actually got up to full speed. And the noise it was making was absolutely horrible.
Bruh, RIP those heads.
It sounded like a helicopter that was getting closer and closer. And this is how the Viet Cong must have felt when Americans were flying over the jungles and dropping giant Beyblades from the sky. Also,
What?
that run reached full speed at 4,000 RPM, which means the tips of the Beyblade were traveling at 670 kilometers an hour. But I still want the
Holy
Beyblade to disintegrate itself. So this time, we're going to try dropping it from the height.
He's not
straight onto the
satisfied
concrete floor.
yet? This thing should be illegal.
We
Do
were wondering
I?
what that noise
I
was,
agree.
and it's this bolt which loosened itself from the Beyblade disc, but
Uh-oh.
it still held on and it dropped.
Okay.
And because I couldn't really hear the Beyblade anymore, I decided to go and have a look.
No, 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 don't go in, don't go in. Oh, I'm scared.
And almost walked into the Beyblade still spinning on the ground at 400 kilometers an hour.
What the frick? Hey, at least I don't make good content. Also, he's wearing shoes. He's wearing shoes. That's how dangerous this is. Otherwise, he would not be wearing shoes at all. See, the thing is, like, the Beyblade doesn't travel by itself very far, like horizontally.
Now, even though that wasn't a successful drop,
It
was
has a lot
really
of
cool
destructive
looking back on the
power,
slow
but
motion
it doesn't
footage and
slice
seeing the
through things as I
solenoid valve
expected to.
work exactly as we intended, knocking off the pin and releasing the Beyblade while it was doing 4,000 RPM. Okay, we've got time for one more test, and we're going to try and cut this table in half.
This is gonna do it. I just want her to fall over. She's been here the whole time.
That's Diana, shot. That's Diana. We have to protect her.
And this noise never gets easy to listen to. Every part of your body wants to run away.
Oh my gosh, it cut that.
That was amazing. Even though it didn't blow up, we spun it fast enough and caused enough destruction to finally allow me to put this Beyblade to rest.
Damn, that table. That table.
I don't know if I can go through that again.
No, I don't want to do any more. I'm done. I hate that noise.
I also really want to thank my mate, not an engineer, for helping me out with this. And you should go check out and subscribe to his YouTube channel. And also Hamilton for letting me use his property, and his dog for doing more damage to
the
my
back of this car looks so sus.
his dog for use his property.
Look, just a bunch of human limbs. Dead bodies everywhere. Exactly. Hi, Shiki. Welcome in. How are you? Wait, he did all of this to get rid of the Beyblade, but the Beyblade looks as good, as pristine as it was to me.
And his dog for doing more damage to my leg than the actual Beyblade.
Oh, puppy.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like that,
Wait.
please subscribe and watch
Wait.
some of my other videos.
Wait, you didn't say how you got rid of... Wait, you didn't say how you got rid of the thing. How did he end up throwing it away? Or does he still have it? Oh, maybe he's saving it for part 4. Anyway, moral of the story, this guy is very scary. And he must be stopped. He must be stopped.